Foundry Update 2 is here, and with it comes Galactic trade networks, planet core smelting, human-sized death rays, and a whole lot more. And today we're going to be making millions, producing combat drones and clawing our way out of debt. But before we jump into it, I would like to say a huge thank you to Paradox and Foundry for sponsoring this video. And as a heads up, the game will be free to play on Steam from the 15th to the 19th of May, so do check it out. There'll be a link in the description below. So here we are in Update 2, and straight off the bat we have different planets that we can start on. Oh wow, this is very different. I love the snowy biome. Given I'm skipping the tutorial, I've got loads of resources to play around with, so I'm going to build a little starter factory to get us started. Night has fallen, and we have just this very second completed our first research. So the first thing to unlock is the space station terminal after the emergency beacon, which is very different. Looking forward to playing about with this. I do think the story has changed as well, but because I'm skipping the tutorial and getting ahead with production, you will have to discover that yourself when you jump in to Update 2. My next port of call is actually going to be to collect more biomass so that we can run all of these, but then we're going to continue to push through science, automate that, and also explosives so we can get started on the next factory. Ooh, okay, so this is the new beacon. I just want to have a look at this before we go any further. Contact the space station. Ooh, company name. Ooh, wow, it would have to be, I think, Eclipse Industries. Okay, so this is the space station, which you may remember from the first one, which needs emergency repairs. So we can do that presumably in the station upgrades. There's a lot more upgrades here to be had, which is pretty cool. As I don't have much space, what I'm working towards at the moment, just to get us started before we have explosives, is to try and build in this area, because it's going to save us so much time building over the lake. As you can see, the manufacturing is starting. We're not producing a lot at the moment. In fact, the only thing we are producing a lot of are foundations. We've got 3 assemblers working towards that. I think that might be a little bit overkill, but it is helping us prep our bus factory here. Until then, we have got our research underway. It's producing all of the green stuff, and we have just unlocked ignium ore, which means we'll be able to unlock the burners, allowing us to at least get started with automating everything within the facility. Also, I've just noticed that the next thing to unlock for us is the transport bot assembly and shipping, which is really cool, something different. So it looks like we'll be shipping stuff to space pretty early on, and we'll need to, as you can't unlock the next research drives until your company increases in rank, which can only be done by selling drones in space. So you see, we need to make 2,000 Firmalite to level up. And it would also seem that we are 5 million in Firmalite debt just to start off with. And I mean, 20% debt tax. What is this, a credit card? Goodness me. Things are progressing, as you can see here, but we haven't done the transport bots yet. So we're going to get started on that now. In order to create these transport bots, what we're going to do is just take a few resources off this line. So here we have 3 items that we need to produce. We have the xenoferrite plates, which we already have here. We also need some machinery parts. So we'll do them now really quickly, and if we press C, we can go across to the components, and from here we can see we need to produce machinery parts with the xenoferrite plates. So we can just grab one of these. We're going to grab the resources using the second lane loader here, and then we're going to select the recipe, and we're going to use a loader, and it's already got the output selected. And we're just going to place down our belt, and you can see it's starting to produce them. Now, at this point, we're ready to produce at a very inefficient quantity the new drones. Where are they? They're here. So we're just going to store these for now while we set up the small cargo pad, and we're also going to get a ship as well to start transporting them to space. So let's start off purchasing a small cargo ship. We'll assign that to planetary shipping. Oh, that was really simple. So, oh, there we go. Oh, that was quick. Goodness me. Right, hopefully we'll make some money now. But before we do that, we do need to build the sales platform now that we've got the drones at the station. Hey, look at that. We made 952 so far. I kind of want to start a whole new Let's Play for you guys. So if you want to see more, if you would like us to do this as a full-on Let's Play, please let me know in the comments below. The plan with this, we're going to give ourselves a good amount of room so we can just expand either side. We'll have manufacturing one side and then the resources on the other. Hopefully it'll be quite simple to set up and expand. So what we're doing, we've got our foundations going up there, and we also have on the other side here our conveyors being produced. And we're going to run a conveyor with our conveyors all the way to one of the inputs, and then we're going to take all of the foundations to the other, and they're going on a little road trip with their friends there to the factory. And it's here that they will turn into precious red science. And we can contact the space station and now hopefully upgrade our antenna. Wonderful. And then after that, we should be able to see the galactic star map. But in order for progress, we need to keep on working. So we're going to add more resources to this and expand it. I promise you, it'll look less like a jumbled mess soon enough. With the antenna repaired, we can now view the galaxy map. Oh, I didn't think it would be this big. And if we now go to the galactic market, we can start doing trades. We've just started producing the tier 2 belts. The only problem is we're running out of resources here. So once we've got those tier 2 belts sorted, we can upgrade all of this and hopefully start bringing more resources onto this belt. Whilst we're upgrading everything, I've just noticed we've unlocked new research for different bots. There's a vacuum bot, snack bot, light bot, but I think we're going to unlock all of these and then set up some lines so we can start selling them. Copy that over to there. And you can see we're producing the vacuum bots. We've actually got a ton of them already. So we're just going to run these into there. I've just unlocked, that's the other thing, the really important thing, high voltage power. And for that, we need to combine these boilers with these steam generators. And what I love about this in Foundry is everything's modular and can be chained together. So we could just take these pipes of water and run them through all the boilers to a single input. And like that, we have steam power. This should be enough to get us hopefully into the late game. Thanks to the new refinement research, we've been able to, I think it's increased the production of our base materials by about 250% now. So we have a load more resources that we need to connect to the bus, which will hopefully help us speed everything up. But I thought we need to get science on the go. And now we have to import Firmalite bars in order for us to create the science for this. Which means actually I'm going to need to build another one of these. Thankfully we have the station from the previous set. And we'll have to import the Firmalite to our factory. And voila, I give you green science. Well, I say that. Yeah, there we go. It's starting to work. Fantastic. And next we need to research the lava smelting so that we can start producing the advanced drones. We need to find a lava cave. Oh, here we go. Oh, wait, there's a few. Hey, there's one just behind us. So this here is the lava shaft. We're going to have to produce the elevator and also the freight elevator so that we can dig down there. All right, we have given it a few minutes and hopefully, hey, here we go. Oh, I'm excited. We must be almost there. Here we go. Wow. Now, the problem is I'm going to have to use explosives for this, and I don't want to break the elevator. And boom. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I love this biome. This is awesome. Now, to work the terrain around here, we need Mining Force 2. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to unlock that anytime soon. So we're going to have to wind the factory around these lava pits. And from there, we either have to extract the magma in order to do something with it, or we have to smelt the Firmalite ingots that we have at the top into sheets via the smelters. All right, so we're smelting the Firmalite. We do actually need to bring it all down here, but that's not an issue. And then we need to bring it back up as sheets. Here come our Firmalite bars. There goes the ship. We now need to head down to the bottom to make sure that it's refining, and then we'll take those Firmalite bars all the way, Firmalite sheets across to the main bus. And while we're waiting, I'm just gonna quickly pay off some of our debt. Look at that, we're down 50,000. We still have pretty much 5 million to get through. At this point, the Firmalite sheets are now being sent to here, and we're making use of the Earth's core to produce that. At this point, we need to know what we can build with it though. And looking at the assembler here, we can see that the heavy-duty transport bot, this is the first advanced bot that we have access to, can be built using the Firmalite sheets. So we'll start with that. And then I noticed that once we unlock the hover engine, we can start doing research into combat drone assembly. Oh, wow, there is an orbital laser? We're going to have to get one of those. And here we are, we've already filled the order. And this is our first shipment of the new heavy transport drones getting sent off. So hopefully we're going to make a bit of cash. Sales platform. Oh. We're going to get a load of money. I totally forgot to enable the selling of them. So I presume once we've got a few more ships, we can start sending resources directly to the planets and make more of a profit, because the Galactic market takes, I think, 25% off as a general fee. Oh, off again. How much are we making? They're full. I can't see how many we need. I can't get close enough. 50 or 90 per minute. I can't actually tell. I don't think we're even, we're not producing enough for that. So we're going to need more Firmalite. Given we weren't harvesting enough of the core and smelting our Firmalite bars, I decided we'd add some more. And you can see I may have got a little bit overboard. Unfortunately, we can't pick where we build. So wherever there's been space to set them up in a long line, that's what we've done. Obviously, we have to get through a buffer of resources, but it's looking like we're actually making a good amount of the Firmalite sheets now. So they're all going to be sent up and start filling the bus again whilst we work on the space station. So obviously, we're going to go down the route of building the Orbital Laser. It's going to take us 1 hour and 10 minutes. Goodness me, it'll be worth it. Ooh, it's finally unlocked. I guess it's time to give it a go. Ooh. Wait. What? That is so cool. I wonder how deep it goes. Oh, but this is easily the coolest thing they have added. I need a bigger laser. What? I'm easily impressed. Anyway, that's enough messing around. I need to get those combat drones produced. Looking over at the combat drone in the assembler, you can see the sale price is 108 per drone. So this is a really good one for us to sell. And I'm already producing the hover parts. So the only thing we need to do is the weapon parts, which means we have to produce explosives. And that there is our explosives done. And that's the weapon parts. I'm a little bit concerned because we're not producing that much biomass. We're doing like 8 biomass per minute, and I think we need about 100 biomass. So I may have to rework that line. But before I worry about that, let's set up our production for these combat drones. So after a little bit of effort, we've finally managed to get the combat drones up and running. So you can see them here. In fact, they're just poking out. Hello, look at that. We've got our own little private army. I must say, it's not the easiest to place. I think if we place it there, we're good. Now we can just feed these straight into there. Okay, and now, oh my goodness me, that's expensive. I'm gonna have to sell some combat drones. Here's hoping we've fixed the issue with the throughput for biomass now, thanks to all of these greenhouses. Oh, and look at all the money. We're making 60,000 at the moment. But hopefully that's going to improve now that we can go to spaceships. That we got 92,000. That is enough to buy a medium-sized one. 50,000 though. And while we're at it, I'm also going to pay off some debt. I think the easiest way to expand these, seeing as we have more than enough resources, is actually just to run it all the way through to down here and replace this. And instead we'll move this into this position here. Oh wow, that is chunky. I wonder how big they get. I presume you'll be able to unlock bigger ones in later updates, or maybe already. I don't actually know. Oh wow, this is awesome. We need more shipments, and I need more ships actually. We just had a little issue with our ignium running out over at the first mine, so I've had to expand that now. But because of that, we ran out of power, and I didn't realize that I hadn't been producing circuit boards. So we've had next to none running along here, and that has slowly depleted the resources. We still have a fair few bots to go though, but I've now expanded it, and you can see we're starting to get a few more circuit boards along here. I'm hoping it's going to be enough, and we're starting to do a lot of money. As you can see, we're on 194,000 for the past 24 hours, and that's including 3 hours of me fixing power. But I am hoping that now we're exporting our drones. As you can see, we're sending them to Nebevian, and we actually have 10.4% of the military market share on the planet. I would love to eventually just monopolize the military industry in this game. Oh, this is glorious. That's everything that I wanted. See, wait, all of the ports are actually filled. I didn't realize, because I've also added the smaller ships to it because we just weren't exporting enough. We're producing too many, but we are making the money. I am absolutely loving what they've done in this update with the commercial markets, kind of combining the tycoon style games with the automation niche. It works beautifully, and I am really interested to play more of this. Unfortunately though, there is so much more for us to do. I don't think we can cover it all in a single video. And though we haven't quite got out of debt yet, we still have 4.3 million to go. In fact, let's bring that down. We've got 150,000 there. But we have earned over 2.2 million, making millions out of selling combat drones. But we will have to leave it there for this one, guys. If you'd like me to do a brand new Let's Play series on this new update, please let me know in the comments below. I have been really enjoying it. So again, I would like to say a huge thank you to Paradox and Foundry for sponsoring this video. And if you are interested in checking the game, if you haven't got it already, I'll leave a link in the description and comments below. But until next time, special thanks does go to all of our amazing supporters on Patreon, most notably our Lunar Eclipse patrons, Firefless, The Calamity, Ben, Star, and Seeker Kala, as well as our Blood Moon of the day, which today is Shlom. Until next time, as always, ciao for now.